So real quick, I want to cover NetEase, the whole NetEase issue that's coming about. I have 3 days of articles from Insider Gaming from going from February 19th to the 22nd regarding Marvel Rivals. So we're going to read them all and go from there. Okay. Insider Gaming reports on February 19th, 2025. NetEase releases statement on Marvel Rivals layoff. NetEase has just released a statement regarding the recent layoffs of Marvel Rivals team in the United States. Marvel Rivals game director Thaddeus Sasser revealed yesterday that his entire team in the United States was suddenly gutted. Sasser added to the layoffs took place even after their team was available to deliver an incredibly successful new franchise in Marvel Rivals for NetEase games. It was unclear why the layoffs occurred, but NetEase's latest statement clarifies. NetEase statements on Marvel Rivals layoffs were first spotted on an X post by Stephen Tulio. It revealed that the layoffs were part of a difficult decision required for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency. The decision led to cutting down their Seattle design team, which comprised of 6 people. The developer stated that the affected will receive confidential and respectful treatment with recognition for their individual contributions. At the same time, they assured players that the core development team for Marvel Rivals, which resides in Guangzhou, China, and is led by Weikang Wu, is fully committed to providing the best experience for the players. The developers are investing more in the game's growth and are looking forward to delivering new characters, maps, features, and engaging live service content for our community. Here's that statement on the Marvel Rivals layoffs in Seattle. We recently made a difficult decision to adjust Marvel Rivals development team structure for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency for the game. This resulted in a reduction of game design team based in Seattle that is part of a larger global design function in support of Marvel Rivals. We appreciate the hard work and dedication to those affected and will be treating them confidentially and respectfully with recognition for their individual contributions. We want to reassure our fan base that the core development team for Marvel Rivals, which continues to be led by lead producer Weikang Wu and the game creative director Gongkun Chin in Guangzhou, China, remains fully committed to deliver an exceptional experience. We are investing more, not less, into the evolution and growth of this game. We're excited to deliver new superhero characters, maps, features, and content to ensure engaging live service experience for our worldwide player base. In other news, Marvel Rivals players can exchange their Battle Pass Chrono tokens after Season 1.5 update. Also, the new update will nerf the triple strategist meta. Continue on to February 21st. NetEase vote debated having Marvel Rivals canceled and removing heroes. Marvel Rivals has become one of the most popular game releases of the past year, averaging over 250,000 daily players on Steam since its December release. But according to a new report from Bloomberg, there was a time where that might not have ever happened. In a report on NetEase CEO William Ding, Bloomberg sources told the outlet that there were discussions about Marvel Rivals being canceled ahead of its launch. According to those with knowledge of the situation, Ding was against paying Disney for the rights to use Marvel characters. Ding even had artists begin creating original characters to use instead. While it didn't move forward permanently, this short-lived decision cost the company millions of dollars and was emblematic of the abrupt changes ushered in by the CEO. For what it's worth, NetEase denies the claims and says that they've enjoyed a close partnership with Marvel since 2017. NetEase has been in the news quite a bit recently as it laid off an entire US-based team. Again, as we stated, 6 people. The studio said the decision was difficult, but the company is committed to the future of the game. We want to reassure our fan base the core development team from our Rivals, which continues to be led by producers. We covered that. We are invested more, not less, into the evolution and growth of this game. Continuing on, NetEase could cause the closure of more than a dozen of studios, report claims. Earlier this week, reported layoffs that had hit the Marvel Rivals team and NetEase. In one sweep, an entire department in North America was laid off. 6 people. despite the rampant and ongoing success of Marvel Rivals. Now, a fresh report published by GameFile's Stefan Totalio has expanded on NetEase's current situation. The gaming titan has been in a sticky spot of late, and studios it has opened or invested in has started to experience layoffs, closures, such as Liquid Swords, which this week also announced redundancies. Per Totalio's report, the devastation is yet to unfold in full, and more than a dozen studios could be facing closure. Constant review and evaluation. In GameFile's most recent report, it was stressed that NetEase's cuts aren't ending with Liquid Swords and Marvel Rivals teams. It was stressed by Stefan Totalio. NetEase is actively shopping around for more of its non-Chinese studios, many of the very same ones it announced over the last 2 years. Two people familiar with the company's efforts tell GameFile. Neither individual was authorized to speak about NetEase's plans publicly. Those sources have claimed that NetEase wants to divest overseas teams, an action that could lead to the closure of more than a dozen game studios around the world. The situation could be exacerbated if these studios can't be secured funding once dropped by NetEase. As you can imagine, NetEase is neglected to comment on these insider reports, but it was mentioned that the company and its studios are in constant review and evaluation, and NetEase will determine changes needed to be made. In 1 year's window, Embracer Group laid off more than 4,500 employees, or 4,500 employees, and brought about the closure of 80 projects, as well as shutting down some prolific studios. This NetEase situation could mirror that to some extent. The Chinese company is the 5th largest game firm by revenue, sitting just behind Nintendo and a step ahead of Electronic Arts. It collectively employs around 30,000 people, which represents a concerning amount of quote-unquote fodder. I'm most concerned with Rebel Wolves, which NetEase invested back in 2022. Recently, the Polish studio revealed Blood of Dawnwalker, intriguing title pieced together by former Witcher developers. That could be one of the studios impacted by these changes. For now, everything remains up in the air. I do want to point out that I do recall NetEase pulling something like this last year. If anyone remembers Visions of Mana, right? IGN covered that one. And I thought I had a video about it, but I guess I don't. But this was back in August 2024. Visions of Mana Dev reportedly being shut down by NetEase. Chinese video company NetEase is reportedly laid off most staff at Visions of Mana, a developer Oka Studios, with plans to shut it down altogether. Now, one of the sources with the situation told Bloomberg that the studio, which opened in 2020, will be kept afloat by a few remaining members until its final games have been released. Vision of Mana only launched yesterday and earned high critical praise. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. Take that for what you will. Take everything IGN does with a grain of salt. The closure of Oka Studios reportedly due to major Chinese companies like NetEase and its rival Tencent shifting away from Japanese-centric approach. Bloomberg reports that Tencent is also reconsidering how it invests in Japanese video game developers and has already backed out several funding commitments. It had secured the rights to develop and publish a mobile version of an anime-inspired game, Blue Poker. Oh, so I did cover that. I did. Well, so I think, obviously, I'll add it in the edit, but you can click the link in the comments. Click the link here, and you will see that video where I covered Blue Protocol. But anyways, for example, but on August 28th, Bandai Namco announced Blue Protocol would be shut down altogether, and its word release set to handle Amazon Games was canceled. So I'm wondering if this is more than just we want to, our gamers, we want to make the best games we have. I'm wondering if it's Chinese companies funding them and then shutting them down so the Chinese government can get more money. I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist, because this practice is common in the gaming industry where, developers they work on something and then the lower ones are let go and they go find another game to work on. They build their title up and they become permanent devs at a studio. Right? That does happen. But when it comes to the Chinese government and communism, and I'm not trying to get political here, I'm always wondering if they're trying to solidify themselves as a giant or major player for gaming industry. So, what do you think, player? What like you think this is something politically sinister, or do you think this is a sincere move? Put your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest eye of cyberstorm. Reclaim gaming and dragon cast. Fire breathing wine, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd.